The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good afternoon. How are you doing today? Now, I'm going to cover a lot of things. I invite everybody in the world to this. It's status update. To me, it's education and the process to get to Maynard. I'm going to cover things. Oh, I don't need that. I don't need that. You see, the reality is very simple. If we can cut to the chase. All right. You didn't get to Maynard to billionaire. I did. And I knew exactly how to do it. I've done it for 31 million Maynard clients, 29 billionaires. So when I cover a lot of things today, I want you to pay attention. By the way, you need your cell phone in your hand. You need a tablet and pen. That way we can begin. It's very simple. This is always live. For me, what has to happen is you have to change a mindset. It's not easy. If you expect easy, go hire one of those flaky companies that'll rip you off. Oh, I'm sorry, you already did. Didn't work, did it? Now, there's no pictures, no recording unless I say take a picture of a page. Certain pages, I'm going to tell you to do that. I want you to get to Maynard. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you just want your credit rebuilt, a little credit card to reimburse you. Oh, goody, corporate pieces of money. Problem is, I think you've been going through the same thing all your life. If I hand you money, credit card, rebuild you or the corporation in pieces, you're going to go screw it up again. I'm sorry. You have bad habits. Why? Because it doesn't just take the money to get the damn honey. All right? I can write you a check today for $1 million. I'm sorry, most of you piss it away. I want to get a house or a car. See, money is a tool. You should leverage $1 million into reference 3 times 5. Write it down. Reference 3 times 5. Now, we're going to analyze a bunch of people. That's fine. But unless I give you rules and tools, I feel like gyps you. Believe it or not, I give a damn. All right. If I didn't care, I just go through it. Here you go. That's all you get to do. But I don't need your money. Okay. I became a corporate billionaire, 2.6 billion, 26. Even though I died in a coma, I had to redo it again and again. Your problem is you bring the pain home. I believe because you don't know how to play the game. To me, it's a game. I want to play. See, the reason I always saw winning the game of business 46 years ago, winning the game of business. Every time you play a game, you play to win, correct? No matter if it's backgammon, chess, or no matter if it's poker. You play to win. And that's what you're trying to do. I want you to take the time today, all right? I want you to just right now take a deep breath. You're not here to rush. You're not here. Stop it. If you don't change the way you do things, no matter what I do for your personal credit or the credit cards that I get you, 100,000 plus, you're going to keep doing the same stupid mistake. That's just the truth. So understand, today is Good Friday. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, discount ends at 3 o'clock today. Very simple. I try to give discounts all the time because what it does for me in the office is call center. They have a base, and on top of that, get a commission. But if I get a discount here, basically we get the money. We get a lot of it to the church as well, and that's kind of fun. But again, let's understand. My first question for you: do you want to be a millionaire? That's the question. Do you want to be the millionaire? All the blah, 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 and all the bullshit in this world will not get you there. And one of my books coming out is called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. I'm just going to tell you the truth. All right, $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghinis, $1 million yachts, and $5 million mansions. I obtained them. Why haven't you? See, I asked if you want to be a millionaire. You're all going, yeah! Change it. I want to be a corporate millionaire. You see, that way you don't pay tax unless you're profitable. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Slow it down, focus, and listen and learn. So, rags to riches. I just wanted out of hell, okay? Didn't get a mommy and a daddy like most of you. Didn't get a family. I got to go through bullshit. I think sometimes the life we're living is hell. We die, we get to a better place. But here's the thing for you. If you don't draw that diagram and again and again and again and again, you're never going to get there. You're not going to get there. I'm sorry. You can't. It's not possible. Let's understand. You got a corporation, most of you. You spent thousands of dollars. You didn't learn diddly squat. You're sitting there going, it's about it. You hired an attorney CPA. I'll challenge every one of them, flat out, in incorporating service. What did you do? We got to understand what's happening around your city and your state. And I want you to understand this 100%. Everything I do, I have to master it. If I do not master it, become number one in what I do, I'm not going to do it because I can't be frustrated. Bank of America bankrupt 6,012 locations so far. They have a parent company. Understand parent company. They have a location called a branch number. Their branch number is an entity called a subsidiary. Now, the reason I put this in place for you is to understand something. You brought the pain home to your family. You jacked up your cards. You backed yourself in a corner. You didn't learn diddly squat, and you hawked your house. You brought the pain home. I call that stupid, and that doesn't make sense to me. Now, my wife's always reminding me, nobody thinks like me. It's not my problem. My problem is I want to clone me into you. I want you to get to million to billionaire this year. This year, not next year. But again, you got to learn rules and tools. So let's understand. A corporation is a legal person, yes, but okay, it does not protect you in their litigation of a lawsuit. If any attorney CPA says it is, I'll prove them wrong in 5 seconds or less because they're full of shit. Okay, you can't bring the pain home. That's not acceptable. So when the bank files bankruptcy in a location that signed a 100-year lease, they bankrupt the shit out of it. They take the money and the assets and they write off on their taxes. It's not the fact they got away with anything. They got to do what they're allowed to do. And most people want to bitch and complain about rich and famous people. Shut up and join them. It's very simple. I want to pay as much tax as I have to. So we look at Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank. They've all been indicted in the last year. Haven't you paid attention? They're all in trouble. But that's how it works. Because they're a Ponzi, as far as I'm concerned, from the federal government. They borrow from times 10 and no back 5 does. So if we listen and learn carefully, let's look at Sam's Club and Walmart. What did they do? All right, somebody built a building for them. They bankrupt locations. They write it from their taxes. Let's get this to our head. You did not give yourself more than one chance to try. You are responsible for you. Your problem is you jacked them up. You got stuck. You can't get any more. You can't run a dilly squat and you haunt your house. I call that stupid because you didn't know how to play the game. Now, I can say it's very simple because I'm Dr. Ray Reynolds. I'm Pastor Ray Reynolds. I'm the godfather of credit, Ray Reynolds. Hell, I helped set up the system in the first place years ago. So let's understand to pay attention. All right, it's going to be up to you to listen and follow through as well. Geico ran out of California a year ago. Bankrupt 38 locations, Warren Buffett's company, because everybody's running out of California for the insurance. Help, more people are leaving than coming in because our stupid government doesn't know how to play the game and give them tax breaks for those companies that provide the jobs. But again, they did something stupid. You got 11 cities. Listen carefully. 11 cities file bankruptcy. The Supreme Court says a corporation is a legal person. Okay. 50 corps called states and then cities or corporations too. 11 cities have filed bankruptcy, wiped out their debt in front of you, and still keep their assets. Wouldn't you want to have your cake and eat it too? When you have an old shit day? Come on, we all have an old shit day. Oh shit, look what happened to our lives. It's just the way it is. But again, I'm a sinner, okay? I didn't plan on being a pastor, a licensed pastor in California. If you are in California, I can marry you if you want. Simple. But again, that was not my plan. It's like it was never my plan to help people get to million to billion. I did it for me, for my future family. So let's understand today what we're going to learn today. The first thing is you're going to stop bringing the pain home. Write it down. I want you to take the time and write it down now. Go get your damn tablet and pen, Mike, Bill, Joanne, and Carl. Get off your ass and do what I tell you to do, because I'm going to get you to millionaire if you follow through. But will you follow through? There I go rhyming all the time. See, I got problems. 6th grade, I write with both hands and talk at the same time. I have total recall. They test me at T-Week Junior High. I got an IQ of 203. And I'm rhyming all the friggin' times. That's just me. But I wrote 2 famous rap songs for a famous rapping crapper. But it's okay. So today, I want you to write down, I will become a certified CFO. Write it down. To become a certified CFO, you need the rules and the tools to make sure the next time you have a shit day, you don't bring the pain to the corporate, your family. When you bring the pain home to your family and your corporation, that's called stupid. And you're not stupid. You did stupid. That's going to change today. You're going to reprogram that brain. I'm going to be a millionaire this year. Write it down. I'm going to be a corporate millionaire this friggin' year. Hell, if I can build $6 million of credit 6 friggin' weeks, why can't you? What's wrong with you? Hell, I was the opening show for the American Success Journal. I built $1 million in 6 friggin' days. There's no bullshit excuse for you. The only excuse, I didn't know any better. That's because you didn't research. You follow the ducks and sheep. We don't follow ducks and sheep anymore. You're going to follow me. Write it down. Simple. I didn't like being used and abused as a kid. It pissed me off. When Mrs. Hope dropped me off every morning at 6:30 in the morning, they were around down to Beach Pier right there. She rode up her window and she said, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'm leaving there to die. This is the Hope friggin' family saying they're going to help the kids. Bullshit. I'm being used and abused. I stole off the damn pier. I got caught. Take out my trash or I'll call the police. Let's see. Which one should I pick? I took out the trash from basically 3.5 years old to 9.5 years old at Redondo Beach Pier. I was known as Boy. Clean out the chum bucket. Boy, take out my trash. Even all the owners of restaurants like Tony's. I went to the Palos Verdes Mansion every weekend. Shovel cow and horse manure. I'm hustling for money. Here's the goal. Being dropped off at the pier, I looked around. Did you ever look around and slow down? Today in your city, you have basically grocery stores, banks, and locations that have filed bankruptcy, and they're still in business. Hell, the 99-cent store is filing bankruptcy, all right, because they don't know what the hell they're doing, because Amazon's kicking their ass heads. So if we learn that how people got money, maybe we can get the honey too. Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. I could see the money. I knew I was as smart as they were. How many rich and famous people do you know or do you see every day? Why didn't you join them? Now, we're going to talk about rules and tools. Every card you got in your personal wallet right now, personal cards, you're going to put a sticky in the back card. Write down the dummy list. I want to dummy proof this so you never screw up my program ever again. Write down, put a sticky in the back of my card. Write down the limit of the card. Write down what the number is for 25% and 29%. I gave them the diagram through Ken Yarborough. That was TRW became Asperian. I helped create the damn thing in the first place. Now, I don't know why the world doesn't want you to know the truth, but it'll set you free. If you create a line of defense, listen very carefully. You jacked up your cards because you didn't know better. No, you thought it was free friggin' money. You were careless as hell. Okay, you wanted to go out to dinner. You want to do this and that. The average person wastes $50 every other day. That means they piss it away. It's so ridiculous. I don't get it. Listen carefully. All cards use the 29% rule, but 2. These 2 do not. I'm going to get you 2 cards like these, unlimited up to $1 million friggin' dollars. These are the cards you will jack up past 29% the rest of your life. if you need to. As long as you maintain a damn payment, you will maintain the 750 forever. No more bullshit excuses. No more BS. Got it? You're going to have a line of defense. TRW stood for Thomas Raymond Woolridge. Hell, they made bicycle parts in El Segundo, California. They got information, but so goody. Hell, I always said it, basically the report's wrong. They were bought out in 96 by Experian, largest credit bureau in the world. Even they ran out of the country 39 years ago to Dublin, Ireland. Dublin, Ireland, that's what they did. So what do we get to do? So let's understand flat out today, Experian, the largest one, who was indicted many, many times and hacked all the time. Now, I drew the first diagram of this. I call it good, fair, or hell no. Good, fair, or hell no. Okay? All cards use this, but what? Two. What are the two we're going to focus on? These are the cards you will be able to balance your score the rest of your life, and you will stay 750 or and above, period. Okay? Now, some of you screwed everything up. So we got to rebuild you. That means we have to understand. Again, rules and tools. Write it down, pass it along, tell the world the truth. It's very simple. It'll set you free. So let's understand. Okay? All right, I'm very direct. Okay, very simple. All right, your way didn't get you to million to billion. Mine will, if you do what I tell you to do. And yes, I'm going to treat like you, a lot of you like you're 2 friggin' years old. Okay, now I need you to take a picture. I said have your cell phone ready. You got it ready? This is one of the pages. I want you to take a damn picture. Now, I checked them all up, Ray. What are you going to do? Debt consolidation? Crap. It doesn't work. 7 years of shitty credit. Bankruptcy doesn't work. When I filed bankruptcy in 2011, coming out of a freaking coma, I knew how to file it so it didn't show up on my credit reports. Bankruptcy is a federal transaction under the Federal Protection Act. Because you're lacking knowledge, some of you have shitty credit because you filed bankruptcy, showed on your credit report. Your lack of what? Is our stupidity, a man and woman. Now, these are the ones you would take if you jacked up everything you have. We get the supply, we turn it into cash. Why? It would balance your damn debt. I do not want you to screw this up ever again. Okay, now me. I retired at 26, wanted to help everybody for free. Nobody wanted to play with me. Why? Because there's no skin in the game. So I decided, okay, get them into a program. Let's give them back their money for personal business credit. And every time I hear some idiot say, white men can't jump, what the fuck are you talking about? My ass is higher than the 6-foot locker. I kick the door jam. I kick the basketball hoop. White men do friggin' jump. So I accomplished every goal I ever had. Every goal. Okay, I don't do anything unless I finish the goal, period. I get possessed until it's done. But I master every rule and tool, and I don't have any bullshit to give you. I'll give you the truth. So you better get to know me because I'm going to get to know you. All right, I want to rebuild your life to millionaire. Millionaire. This year, not next week, not next year, this year. Got it? When you have everything you ever wanted, you get bored. I got bored. My wife calls this my hobby. I have everything I've ever wanted in my life, but I'm not out there in front of millions and billions of people yet. That's what I want to do. Every time I did the TikTok daily do, someone else, it's like the system knew how to copy my shit right away. Forget that crap. YouTube, go Google and all those other things. No problem. But again, what do we get to do? So I have everything, but I don't have what I want because I want to change the world. I want to change your life and everyone around you. Do you get this? That's my mission. But I need you to get to know me as I get to know you. Now let's understand. We're going to focus right on this page. Focus. Get that tab and a pen out. Come on, Bill. Okay? Come on, Katie. All right, write it freaking down. A corporation's a legal person. 90% of you, I have a corporation. Oh, I love this. You call the office. Well, I don't have a corp, I have an LLC. That's the stupidest thing I ever hear. You spend thousands for a damn piece of paper. You don't even know if it's a limited liability corporation of corporations. Hell, you know what you bought. It's called stupid. You're not stupid, but you did stupid. Damn it, stop the shit. Supreme Court says a corporation's a legal person. You see that right there? Now I was lucky. I'm being used and abused by Mrs. Hope and all that bullshit. No family, born in a freaking taxi, but I get to hear a poker game. Every Wednesday night had their poker game. Here's Michael Landon, Dan Blocker, the producer of Gunsmoke Mission Impossible, it's Ted Turner, and a Laker used to became an attorney. All they going blah, 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 smoking cigars and whiskey and basically talking out their butts. A corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. See, your problem is you watch things, you don't pay attention. You put it in your cell phone, you videotape stuff, you don't even watch again. Do you remember having a kid who you had to watch that video again and again, that cartoon, again and again and again? Your brain recorded it. Here, he's not recording anything, the phone is. You made the phone smarter than you. A corporation's a legal what? Person, okay? That made sense, and it hit me in my head. I'm basically 7.5 years old. I learned to teach myself to read at 2.5 years old, because every time they read a book, I'd memorize the words and put it together. I'm going to put the blueprint together. Now, I rode my little bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door is the library. I'm 7.5 years old. Man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude. 5 minutes later, here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. Hell, you've been reading the books too. Every one of you have been ripped off by a friend and family member. You spent thousands of crap that didn't work, and you're wondering how I'm going to get you some money. So go, if you don't learn how to go get the money to maintain the honey, you're not going to get there. My clients are Lakers, Dodgers, Clippers, okay? All right, very simple. Angels, and on top of that, presidents of the United States of America. Okay? See, I'm known as the incorporated of rich and famous people. Now, here's something I didn't pay attention to. You ready? It says may sue or be sued. What? May sue or be sued. If a corporation is sued, you're the voice, they're going to sue you. Congratulations. Well, my attorney said it's going to protect me. Give me 5 minutes in a deposition and 5 questions. You'll pierce your veil fast and you'll be the friggin' duck. Corporations are not here to protect you. They're here to govern money. You're not profitable until you're taxable. That's how it was designed. So let's go back and understand the common sense. We got to sell that in a damn bottle. Now, my first corporation, I'm 9.5 years old, going to the library for 2 years. I sent $10 to the Secretary of State of California. That's all I did. $10. I'm mowing yards, selling, all kinds of clackers and, seeds and all kinds of stuff on my stamp collection. The corporation came back. That was nice. The thing that freaked me out is I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. $53 million of credit cards across the board into $3.7 billion of money as well. So what do I do? Okay, credit came in the mail. People got credit cards in the mail. All right, automatically back then too. Came in all the time without applying for credit. Then I got named in the movie Dave. Now, here's what I had to figure out for myself. When I got named in a lawsuit when I was 12.5 years old, I'm 12.5 years old. I started the Orange County Blind Center. I used the word Braille, and I got sued by the Braille Institution. It's public record. You can check it out. They sued a 9.5-year-old kid. Well, what happens is very simple. Excuse me, 12.5. So I get named in a lawsuit that the corp didn't protect me. I used Braille. They sued the corp. They sued me, and I'm pulled in the court. Oh, shit. Okay, that's why I created division process. I thought the goal was to never bring the pain home. So let's understand. As a little kid, I listened to the grown-ups all the time. Don't put all your eggs in a basket. That's what that was. What they got back? Me. I thought the grown-ups were stupid when I was a kid. I really did. All right. The reality is when I grew up, became a consultant for Boeing, Apple, all right, and basically, all right, Microsoft a couple of times there too. Kind of fun. And IBM. I realized the grown-ups are stupid. Do you realize the managers hired me because they didn't know shit? My goal in my life and my brain was always, how fast can I be my boss's boss? About 45 days. You see, you got to understand something. Today, if you have a corporation you think is going to protect you, when they sue you, you're the voice, they're going to sue you. Write down division process. Division process. If you're going to get to million to billion, you need a foundation. Without the foundation, you're kidding yourself. You've been trying it all your life. Come on. Are you 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old? Well, how old are you? If you haven't done it now because you listen to the same crap again and again, let's learn some new good stuff that works. So the goal is to basically build a foundation and not be a duck or a sheep. Reality is to never bring the pain home. If we're going to take the time to learn to play, I want to get you to millionaire if you allow me to. But again, it's up to you. I'm honest and I'm blunt. I tell it like it is. It's this simple. If you listen to your friends and family, you started your credit file, oh goody, your first inquiry, the authorized user, the car, the Sears card, goody for you. You learned a lot of wrong stuff. It's very simple. I look at it this way. If you followed stupid, you did stupid. How many people around you are millionaires and billionaires? Okay, besides me. So the reality is you're not stupid. But I think some of you, if not all of you, followed stupid. KNX, 49 years on that station alone. I'm the most consistent person on planet Earth, personal business credit, and the top expert worldwide. They nickname me the Godfather of Credit. I tell it like it is, and I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old. The reality is that's very simple. Never bring the pain home. Now, we're going to talk about your biggest mistake. I'm sorry, that's your biggest mistake. You allowed yourself to be one. One. That's a lonely number. Okay? You filled out a form, which until I bring it up, you go, what's that? SS5. You filled out an SS5 form to get your SSN for your basically tax return called a 1040. You got one. That's simple. If you did not do it, that means mommy did it from 71 on you were born. That means Nixon took the gold standard out. That means very simple that every woman at the hospital who delivers a baby is federally mandated, period. She cannot be released from the hospital herself or the baby until she signs the SS5 form, period. So let's understand something. We are bonded up to 35 million apiece. All right, it's called We the People. So if we look at the Social Security number, we might as well tattoo it on our forehead. And then we look at SS5 compared to SS4. Here's your biggest mistake. Okay? You've been using your SSN for credit purposes, and it says don't laminate, don't carry with you, don't use for ID purposes. You've been breaking the law since day one. Congratulations. People in the 90s screwed this up for everybody. Let's look at SS4. Let's compare SS5 to SS4. See, here's where you didn't give yourself another chance to try. I'm sorry, you didn't. Okay? You should have gave yourself 3 chances to try, which is 3 divisions of me and 5 closet divisions. Let's read line 1 here. Legal name of entity. So if we can create an entity, we can get a tax ID. Or it says, or individual person. The only form ever created by the IRS for credit, banking, and purposes was the SS4 form. That's the only one that was created for that purpose. Your name could be there. Now, if you don't file tax returns, I'm going to tell you you're a crook. Why? Because you're supposed to file tax returns. All right, go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. He ruined his career and his life, went to prison for 3 years, 5 years probation, $5 million. Again, so let's understand. If we can learn the rules and tools, if we screw up and have an old shit day, we can try again. We could try again and again and again. Is that what we want to do? Have another chance to try, roll that dice, don't bring the pain home. So let's understand. I want you to write down irs.gov. Write it down. irs.gov. I want you to write down 1244. A 1244 form allows you and the corporation to convert to a single filing of the tax return, which means very simple, you will pay almost no tax up to $3 to $5 million, period. So I don't know why people wouldn't file a tax return where they don't pay much tax anyway, almost nothing at all. But again, that's a choice. Rules and tools. Now, Richard won Survivor. Okay, no problem. He's on Survivor the first show, runs around naked, almost dies twice. His tax attorney said you keep $375, the rest goes in the IRS when you file your taxes next year. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to listen. You can reference 3 times 5. 3 times 5. I told Richard, and I showed him how you can take that $1 million and turn it to $15 million by leveraging money. Leveraging the money. Richard didn't want to listen to me. Some of you, it's like, are you listening or not? So what did Richard do? He pissed it away, 3.5 years in prison, 10 years probation, and violated that as well. So let's understand, like I said, rich and famous people. I'm sure you heard of Arnold before. Superman for Gold's Gym, college professor, homeless guy, lives in a car for 3 years to rebuild his life. Giovanni, Pixar, all right, first black cartoon for detectives, and that's what he created, and basically became all kinds of place, all over the place, doing $1.6 million in corporate credit. She delivered pizza. I made her a millionaire. $1.1 million, $1.2 million in 9 months. People coming out of prison. My point is, no matter where you come from in life, I can build you to million to billion. Free Ray, Ricky, Dickie, Ross, gold and platinum cards up to $1 million. Unlimited again. What do? Thomas, prison for 6 years. In my coaching program, in 6 months. In 6 months, from zero prison, now from 6 months later, $1 million business with dump trucks, brand new ones, by the way. So the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. People aren't stupid, but the lack of knowledge. There has never been a plan B in my life. Plan B to me is losers. I've heard 2 people today thank God it's Friday. Excuse me, those are loser thinking. It was hump day. We don't care what day it is. As long as we're an entrepreneur, we're going to see it, believe it, go get it. Okay? The only other difference is when we take in the Sabbath on Fridays till Saturday. Okay? But again, I get to play with you on Saturday because I basically talk to the church because I'm a Seventh-day Adventist pastor, and I'm going to basically take the Sabbath in because Jesus healed on the Sabbath. I get to do my classes on Saturday. From there, the goal is to repackage you. Do you want to get to a point that you're worth $1 million a corporation? It's very simple. The goal is, if that is your goal, listen, learn. You see, most of you, you're going to basically live through life, and you're going to live on a budget. You're going to save for retirement, all that good stuff. Sounds good. Okay? You basically controlled your destiny, and you're hoping by the time you do retire, you can enjoy the money you saved to live off that too. And what happens next? You're now on a budget or you're broke. I don't understand. You don't enjoy life then. Okay? Life had you. You did not have life. And I think that's the biggest mistake. So I'd like you to think about something today. We can invest in something, all right, and do a business auto income that I developed for myself years ago, having like my 22,000 pay funds, up to 100,000 a month forever, ever. Okay, forever. When you position this right, that means that money's coming in forever, and you have to leave a legacy to your family. And that would be the ultimate goal through an irrevocable trust. Coaching. I believe when you watch people on TikTok, Google, YouTube, I think that's phenomenal. You're trying to grasp and learn more. But that person talking to you isn't the one talking to you from beginning to middle to the end. I think you lose what you're starting to do, where you're trying to go. So let's understand something. Okay? One thing I know for sure, and the 30 people I coach all the time, all right, they get to millionaire. I've got 16 more corporations, millionaires in the past 68 days. From there, the bottom line is who wants to be next is the kind of thing. But you and I have to work together with this. We need to work on this step by step. So I'm going to talk about a blueprint call. Everyone on planet Earth needs to have a blueprint call with Ray Reynolds. That's me. Okay? Because I just know it's the truth. Blueprint is simple. Past, present, and future. Good, bad, and ugly. Family, how do we protect it? Corporation. Divisions. Irrevocable trust. We have to plan to live. We have to plan to die. This is the way it is. As we look at car, the car is the most liable thing you're for right now. If you're in a bumpity bump situation, you're making a lot of mistakes, a driver's license or insurance registration. And on top of that, if there's litigation, they're suing the registered owner, which is you. That car should be registered to a division of a corporation. The house, escrow, closed, homestead, trust, no. House should be bought through the trust. What is our goal? Auto income. What are we trying to get? Cash loaded fee per time. Now, over the years, in my books, Winning the Game of Business, page 6, paragraph 3, I put financial freedom, and I put cash flow free at my time. Yes, someone else stole it from the book and tried to use it too, but they filed bankruptcy a couple of times as well. Now, I want you to take a picture. I told you to get out your cell phone. All right, I want you to take a picture of this right now. Clickety click. Now, here's how I created up to $1 million a day in 2009 before I died in a coma. What did I do? Storage units controlling 44% in California. Dry cleaning, laundromats, car washes, everything else, Wendy's, franchises, parking structures, EV charging stations, car wash, in real estate, all right, under divisions. So if we focus on these things, these are auto income. Now I develop a word called auto income. You'll hear passive income, residual income. To me, it's auto income. I had 22,000 pay funds. I'm 17 and a half years old. Okay, I'm going to auctions, doing all kinds of stuff. I brought in my first million at 14 and a half when I invented Car Finder. That was me, by the way. So guess what happens? The payphones got replaced by these. Now what happens next? I've been looking for a replacement for payphones for years. Well, my replacement's very simple. It's here. EV charging stations. So let's think about something today. Okay, investors are investing and making money. All right, it's like in California right now. California, they raised the minimum wage for restaurants for 20 bucks an hour. All right, they're basically firing people, delivery, all kinds of stuff. It's all chaos right now. The small people have 5, 6 locations, and they're going out of business. The investor who has 100 locations is buying them up. Why? Because they have 100 locations. See, if you learn to have a business run by a third party, let's connect the dots. Let's understand something today. One of my books a long time ago was called Connecting the Dots. I want to give you a silly way to do this, okay? Let's say today you're going to pay attention to me, okay? I pray you do. These are Wells Fargo, 100,000 each, okay? All right, these are American Express Unlimited, 100,000 plus each. They're all business cards. Let's get a blue one. Let's get a gold one. Let's get some more. Here's my point. If you were to take $30,000 off of a card, just 30,000, your payment is going to be between $300 to $500. Now, you piss away $50 every other day. That's $600 a month, okay? You're going, maybe. If we stop this right now, let's listen very carefully. If we invest, all right, and we spend $30,000 in this section of charging stations, it brings in between $4,000 and $8,000 a month. Between $4,000 and $8,000 a month. Is that okay? What is our goal? To replace our income, auto income, or enhance it. Financing the future to corporation. Now, this means yearly $50,000 to $96,000. Okay? Now, that's not bad, but let's understand. If we do it times 9 divisions, that's $36,000 a month. If we did this here, all right, 9 divisions, that's $72,000 a month. See, we're building block after block, and we're doing buckets of money. What does this mean? That means we have over to $1 million, all right, if we have a corporate 9 divisions on a business that runs by itself. You have an outside service that installs, service, does all the work. You do nothing at all besides collect money. Now you're an investor. Isn't that something you'd be focusing on today? See, getting your money today, it's very simple. That's easy to rebuild. You get some money, corporation in pieces. But what are you going to do with the money when I give it to you? Now, we're going to look at a corporation building a blueprint. Blueprint is one piece at a time. Very simple. Dan's current cash flow. Now, I took one of my top guys, okay? Not the one that's doing basically, 60, 100,000 a month. Dan does everything I tell him to do. Whatever you want, Ray, I'm going to do it. Now, he has $100,000 coming in a month, EV stations, apartment complex, all right, storage units, and Wendy's. He did them all. And he wants to keep doing more and more and more. See, these are things that I did all of these pieces to create up to $1 million a day in 2009. Got it? So all these pieces, this is his monthly income. But I'd call him a baller. He follows through, he does what I want him to do. But he allows me to say, you got to do this or that, and he respects my decision. So he has 3.4 million per month coming in. Is that okay? Why the hell don't you? There's your problem. It's your turn if you want. See, these are clients. No matter if it's Ronald Reagan, I incorporated him years ago. Nancy said yes or no. I did teach our children, became the DARE program. How about Bill Clinton? How about Fishburne? Mama's kind of nicer. How about Michael, Kurt Cobain? God rest their souls. So let's understand. For 46 years, I've been known as the incorporator for rich and famous people, and you haven't got to million to billion because you don't know how to play the game. Now that's on you. You had a kitchen table meeting. Honey, we're going to start a business with our friends and family. Oh, goody. You jacked them up, you dropped the score, you got stuck, hell, you couldn't get any more. You can run up dilly squat. Didn't you hurt your family? That's called no. The problem with without rules and tools and the discipline, you thought the personal credit was free money until shit hit the fan. And you had an oh shit day. No more oh shit days, okay? Never bring the pain home. Got it? So we're going to learn about 1,000 steps in my programs. Now, I can only say this because I have everybody who's watching me all the time if it's true, okay? Bonaventure, 32 years, every Wednesday night. All right, I sold the Millionaires Founders Kit for $5,000 a set. No BS to give you, but the truth. Here's a blueprint up to $1 million a corporation, and it's not hard to follow. So 32 years just doing that, helping people like you. Very simple. This is one of my $5 million mansions, and I try to obtain it as well. Properties in all 5 islands because why not? But again, I got to add you to my credit system. What do? Winning the game of business featuring Dr. Reynolds, that's me. Okay, Repackage America, owning America, my companies. All right, page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow for your time. Very simple. Now, we all have an oh shit day. Sorry, but we do. Oh shit, what happens? My wife, my beautiful wife, very simple. All right, wants to take out one of my 3 yachts in the backyard to watch the fireworks. All right, July 4th, 2009. No problem at all. There's me dead on July 5th at 5:41. I'm dead right there. Boom. Okay, so I get to die and come back. Luckily, God gave me a chance to come back. Now, she tells everybody at the office. The office is 1 Technology Drive, Irvine Spectrum. 22,000 square foot building, flat out. Ron drives a U-Haul truck to the building to steal my books and CDs. Here, I'm in a coma. She's telling people this, and they're going to this office to steal my shit. Here's Tom, I'm selling my websites and my phone numbers to a damn porn site. Never call the phone number on the CD. My point is, protect yourself, please. Some of your friends and family will be the worst people in your life that steal from you. All right, the Millionaires Founders Kit, the office, they sell for $490, $500. If you ever want it, you get it through me during a live broadcast like this. It's $199. It's simple. I just wanted to cover shipping and handling. That's all we got to do. Now, my real estate system was designed for billionaires, getting billion in real estate. My financial system was very simple. It's basically buckets of money, tax balancing, become the bank. 2009, I'm the largest registered agent in the world. Largest registered agent in the friggin' world. I've sold 10 times more Nevada course than anybody on this planet. If you wanted those back then, it would be $20,000 for all 3 sets. But again, office $999, through me $299. That gives you the blueprint. And then what you need to do with your cell phone right now, you take a picture, you'll click. Zelle is one of the greatest things that they came out with, as far as I'm concerned. But on July 6, 2022, 6 of your largest banks bought Zelle, so they can share it together, okay? That's how it works. But if you sell something, it's Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@rayscredit.com. You put RW so they know it's a Ray's webinar. Sell. Very simple. If you need to use a card, here's my email I answer all the time. All you have to do is email you want to use a credit card. They will charge you 5% more. Now, I can show you, all right, 21 cars, car collection, 5 Harleys in a nonprofit, and all kinds of stuff. These are goodies 20 years ago. You have to see the list today. But again, what do? Your ability to get the American dream is the bottom line here. Again, what do I want to do? Analyze you. My new system is coming up hopefully soon, praying God. I want to analyze everybody's credit for free in the world. Free. And show what they need to do. Very simple. Currently, I'm not out there to do that yet. Every one of you could have a 750 credit score in 90 working days if you do what you're told to do. All you got to do is what you're told to do. Simple. From there, we analyze every Friday and Saturday at 1:30. Now, I told you to take a picture of this page. Did you do it? Let's say we rebuild your credit. Now you got a corporation, you go to pieces. Okay, we got you a bonus card to reverse you. We got you some corporate credit. Now what are you going to do? 9 out of 10 of you will screw up again if you don't learn rules and tools and restructure the way you do things. Again, living comfortable, barely getting by, retiring, being on a budget, or being broke sucks. I want you to allow me to build you corporate credit to spend $30,000 on a business. Then I want you to daisy chain the hell out of that through divisions. I want you to get $1 million in credit. I want $100,000 of money coming in monthly, 100,000. So I want you to focus on EV stations. That's why we replaced my cell phones, and I had my pay phones, 22,000 of them. I wanted something to replace it. It's simple. It's simple. I pay the service. They do everything for me. Hell, it's like the parking structures we own. They sit there and we just collect money. Again, it's like a cash register. Now, here's my problem years ago. $53 million of credit cards, they start to shrink my limits. So what happens is very simple. Limits get shrunk. So I look at this and I go, what do I do? I went back to the library back then, and I found out under C-191D, a corporation can loan out money privately. So for every $50,000 I loaned out, I brought in $2,400 a month. For every $100,000 I brought in, I would basically leverage it into $4,100 to $41,000 a month. Now these are numbers that are 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I need you to write down credit, loan, and money. See, credit, loan, and money. You've had money. You spent it. You pissed it away. Leverage it before you spend it. Borrow money is not taxable. Big companies do not pay tax because they keep raising the bar for lines of credit. So again, book, financial freedom. Your corporation has a division for franchise apartment complex. This is called line of defense. Okay, what do we create? Up to $100,000 monthly. Monthly. So you can decide to replace your income or basically enhance it. Now, warning is very simple. Last week, and I do this every week, 5 people, I overpopped their credit. All right, what happens is very simple. I want 55,000, I want 50,000. My card I popped in was $75,000 paid over time limit, 75,000. So that means I overpopped by 20,000 credit, which I expect to be paid basically 10%. That's $2,000. So if I overpop because your intent and what you told us is because you want more, I'm going to overpop. Okay? But if I don't get paid, I'm going to shrink the limit or close the card. I have the right to do that. All right, because I'm an affiliate. So again, we will charge 10% just to let you know. Okay, so you know up front, very simple. Or, all right, we basically just reduce the limit or close the card. Now, if you needed $25,000 of credit today, okay, it's Good Friday. They're very simple. It's very simple. We're going to charge you 10%, $2,500. If it was done today, okay, what's going to happen is I want you to save $1,500, and I want you to let me get you $25,000 of credit for $999. Okay, very simple. That's what the average person wastes in a given month. If you wanted $50,000 of credit, I'd like you to let me get you basically save you another $2,000, $1,999. You're going to save $3,000. So 50,000 instead of 5 is $1,999. Write these things down and take pictures of each slide. If you wanted 100,000, it's 10% nationwide. Other companies charge it all the time, but they don't do what I do anyway. But again, the reality is I want to give you a guarantee on top of that. We're licensed and bonded. If I don't do what I say, you can put a claim against my bond that never happened any time and any day. There's that rhyming again. So what do we do? If you wanted $100,000 today, instead of basically 10 grand, for me, the office best price is $49.99, 5 grand. They give a 50% discount. Today, I'm giving you a 70% discount. You save $7,000, and it's basically $29.99. Now, the blueprint calls $1,000, $999. If you have a partner of life or spouse, I'd like them on the call with us. If you're a guy and married and have a woman in your life, you got to realize one thing. All right, when you do a decision for business, they give you the look. You get the look. All right, you better make it work. I'll kill you look. You've seen that look before, right? If she's part of the program or he's part of the program, we can be on the same page. All right, I want that person on that call with you. If today you did one of those packages and spent $2,000, your blueprint call is free. But that has to be done today. Building a life, one piece at a time. Let's understand, all right, based on the amount of money you spend, I'm also going to put you in level 1 in setup or level 2, level 3. So I want you to understand this. So based on your investment back to you, giving you 10 times your money, not more, sometimes on top of that, I want to put you level 1, 2 in 3 classes. So let's understand those would be free based on your investment today. If you want to take a picture, take a picture. That is good today. What are we trying to build? Corporate division process. How do we send money to Ray Reynolds, the Ray Reynolds University, and raisecredit.com? Use sell, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Use your card, email me. All right, my controller, Scott, will call you and they'll run the card. Now, what's a division? Here's your problem. I'm sorry you have a problem. You allowed yourself to be one. The reality is you should have 3 of you. Go in the closet, pull out another one. Get yourself another chance to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Now, you can't have any intent to do fraud. So I'd like you to think about in the book called Buckets of Money that I wrote years ago, what did I do about my problem with $53 million of credit cards, not to lose them and let them shrink them? So here's the matrix. My first matrix I set up, I got that 100,000 or Wells Fargo, I loaned it out. Then I got 9 more cards. Each division is a legal person. It's under the corporate umbrella. It's public record. Not here to be CPA and attorney. So what do? We're building what's called buckets of money. Every building, every location, every car, everything you build should be buckets. If one of these divisions screw up, like the banks and grocery stores do, we're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate under the Federal Protection Act, put it here. If we cannot save it, we're going to bankrupt it with no intent to do fraud. You didn't give yourself a second chance. I'm sorry. You should have played with me in the last 49 years, but you didn't. So if we build the first matrix I ever put in my book called Buckets of Money, it literally was $190,000 a month income. The assets behind it is $1.2 billion. Okay, $1.2 billion, which can all be factor as well. That's how we brought in the next $1 billion. So if we do this correctly, I can take one card, get 99 more. Should we not multiply this? Should we not do these things? It's not easy. You're going to work your tail off. You have to be part of the program. I do not have a magic wand. Mine's broken. In other words, bullshit didn't pay your bills. You'll notice that in the next book I have coming out too. 4.6 million. Then I build the matrix, another one as well. So let's understand that. That's 41 divisions, and I call it auto income. The goal is figure out auto income. Now, corporate credit, you have to understand the 5 basic rules on that too. Everything to me is rules and tools. It's a write-off. So all of this right here is a corporate write-off. I can write off the interest rate, the credit card, and everything else. I can finance the business. Why people take money from their family to start a business, I call it stupid. We take you, we make you a CFO, we build corporate credit, finances itself. Hell, it's free money. You maintain that. You write off the payment as well, maintain the payment. Here's the way you don't hurt your family ever, in the division process. When I developed what's called the division process in 1984 and 85, 86, I didn't want to pay the franchise tax fee in California. California wants $800 per corporation. Hell no. Under the umbrella, I was given a choice to create a form or modify one. I modified a form. So a division process. A division does not have your name on it. So then you're not a duck and a sheep. You have the ability to fight back and protect the corp and your family. Our goal should be a corporate umbrella. All right, build a lifetime legacy. Now, here's 5 things you all need if you want to get to millionaire, period. You have no choice. Everything has been methodically set up in rules and tools, period. So you need a 750 score. If you have below that at a 649, I get you American Express cards no matter what. So what happens is very simple. We're going to balance the score, build up to the 750. Corporations should have 26 divisions, 9 divisions per entity. Cash credit up to 1 million. Checkbook money, supply and vendor money. Without these things, you're not getting to the millionaire dream, period. From there, how you receive money matters no matter what we do. Money is very simple. How we receive money is basically if it's SSN, it's tax, probate when we're dead. From there, if it's corporation, we don't pay tax till we're profitable. So how we position money to receive it matters a lot. Again, I was 9.5 when I created my first blueprint. I call my blueprint at the Torrance Library, see it, believe it, go get it. And I've modified it all through these years, and I want you to understand to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. You see what you want, believe, pray, and go get it. I'll go get it with you for you. I don't have excuses, okay? And neither will you. We're going to put you on the spot. So if we have a corporation, very good. If not, I'll hand you one for free. I've been giving corporations out for free for 46 years. You pay your filing fee. I don't believe anybody should pay an attorney, CPA, and a corporate service thousands of dollars for a piece of paper and learn diddly squat. I think you pissed away your money. So again, if we learn to stop bringing the pain home, we put our ducks in a row, we build a corporate umbrella. And we don't ever bring the pain home, and we repackage ourselves. When I came up with Only in America and Repackaging America years ago, because that's what I wanted to do, I'm going to guarantee what I say 100%. Very simple. But again, I'm going to put it in writing. There's only two things you have to do. Okay? Listen, learn, and follow through. The two things you cannot do is jack up your cards during the program or apply for credit. I add history to you, corporate divisions. You get all this junk mail that says you're pre-approved, you're not. So the ultimate goes, you cannot do that. If you do, the reality is I'm going to have to close your case or charge you a fee. Now, I have 9 shitheads online putting me down. All right, they've all been refunded years ago. All right, but I got 40 good ones, but the reality is nobody cares. So the reality is, bottom line with you, please don't let me close your case or charge you a fee. In other words, don't screw up the program. I add you to a credit system. We focus on 90 days at a time. We gather and we gain. That's our goal. Getting through the steps, rules, and tools. Now, no excuses. All I can do is relate to my life. Moving 24 times since I'm 11.5 years old. A lot of shitty people. I've been basically shot 3 times. I've been knifed 6 times. I don't have excuses. So I don't allow you to give me your excuses. Feel sorry for yourself for 3 minutes. I give myself 3 seconds. Okay? July 4th, 2009. One of my yachts in the backyard. And all my other goodies too. Everything I touch turns to gold since I was 4.5 years old. Here I am dead. During the time in the coma, I hear my wife being tricked by my tax attorney, asking her to sign a POA. From there, the nurse asked my wife if I'm a donor before I die at 5:41. I was given a choice, very simple in this coma, from Jesus, to stay in peace or go back. It's very simple. Whole story behind all that. My wife's falling apart. I said, go back. All right, that was my goal, and that's what I did. That's why I'm here with you today. Now, excuses. I'm crippled at 5.5 years old in a coma. Use my face as a brake down Delane Street in Torrance. So then Jesus said, get up, I got up. I've been having God heal me twice in my life so far. All right, so the ultimate goal is very simple. Then I got to go in the coma. That's before I was dead. So now I want you to write down 3 divisions of me, 5 closet divisions. Write it down. I want you to have replacements of you. I need you to focus replacements of you. Came out of a coma. $3.7 billion was all stolen. We're all broke. We're homeless. Wife, kids, what do? I sell the wedding ring, the Rolex, the necklace, the bracelets, $16,400. Now, because I had 3 divisions of me, all right, I basically built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. So the ultimate goal is building credit to this based on the division process. Very simple. Next, I have 5 closet divisions. See, I have a backup and a backup because I'm afraid to be broke. I don't want to go back eating out of a trash can and being used and abused as a kid like I was. It sucks. So $1 million of credit right away as the ultimate goal we wanted to do, and 5 divisions of me. So what is our ultimate goal? Every one of you need literally a division of you. A division of you. This gives you a backup and a backup. The next time you sign a lease of a building or a car, I don't want it to be you, the person. I want you to be the division of you. So let's understand the goal. If I sign a lease of a building or a car or anything else, I can sign it as a division of me under tax ID. All right, because that's the form that they created in the first place. If I have a problem with an entity, a division, okay, I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. That means I get a chance to try again. I have no intent to do fraud. If you have intent to defraud, you're a crook, go to prison where you belong. I have no intent to do fraud. The goal is I have a backup and a backup for me. Your banks and grocery stores and cities do this in your face, but they use subsidiaries. I create a division process. This is $200 million of goodies from here, God's gift. Mansions in the harbor, race boats and properties on all 5 islands, and even race boats and yachts to say ReynoldsUniversity.com. Duffy's as well. Big buildings as well too. So I like goodies. You like goodies so far? So let's understand today. I want to repackage your whole life. The whole life. That means I need you to protect yourself. You're highly intelligent. Thank God you're here today. Okay? Very simple. God put us together, and that's just a good thing. Here's your problem. If you get pulled over by a police officer, or you get somebody bumpity bump in your car, all right, this is why I think you're most of you being stupid. Driver's license, insurance, registration, please. That has your home address on it. That is the stupidest thing I ever saw in my life. All right, you just gave a stranger your home address. You just put the police officer put it in the system. No, it should be P.O. Box mailing address. You're allowed to, under your Privacy Act, to protect your privacy. Now, when it comes to goodies, I don't do anything me. It's always division process. I own nothing on planet Earth. Nothing at all. Division process. Again, I can be hired, fired, or I can resign from the corporation at any given time. But again, I have no excuses. I've accomplished every goal because I don't stop till I do. Very simple. In 1981, highest kick, fastest kick, hit my head on the light. My theory was simple. If you can touch it, you can kick it, and I can do the splits and put my foot way up here. Very simple. Kicked out the lights. So no excuses to get you to millionaire because I don't have any, and neither will you when I'm done with you. So when you hear no, the word no does not mean no. It means you accepted it. That's not acceptable. We're going to look at Intuit Credit Karma, okay? It's free. So we want to make sure you have one of these. We're going to go on it for free. Go clickety-click. Credit Karma was indicted 3 times. But again, Intuit bought him December 3rd, 2020. LifeLock, please be careful here. They've been indicted 6 times. The last indictment's $100 million. I just tell you to be careful. Okay? So the next thing we have to look at is this. Credit repair. Okay, I know they have a magic wand. I'm sorry, mine's broken. It's bullshit. So let's understand what we can actually do. They're all going to say, it's not accurate and verifiable. I helped set up the system with Ken Yarborough. Hell, we wrote the book called File Segregation together years ago. Federal Trade Commission says credit repair are not allowed to collect money up front, period. If they're not an educational-based company, classes and rules and tools, I'm sorry, they're just ripping you off. I'm going to tell you the truth. You have what's called the Credit Repair Organization Act as well. What I'd like you to do for your own knowledge is Google the word Section 611. When you Google Section 611, you're going to go to here, what you're allowed to do. How the credit bureaus have every 45 days to respond to something while people are trying to trick them. Now, if you have an open collection account, if we can't basically push it off or get them to charge it off, okay, you're going to come back and negotiate a debt down the road. You're not going to basically, you have to man up, woman up, and you can't just rip off your credit if they don't charge it off. Next, what we have to do is plan the problem. I have always planned the problem. See, you've allowed a friend and family member to rip you off for $1,000, if not more. You spent thousands of crap, didn't work. If we take the rules and tools today, what I gave you earlier, but that's sticky, we will create a line of defense. The line of defense is the way you get past go. Now, on all the dashboards out there, I drew the first one of these years ago in 96 with Ken Yarborough, all right, and Harold Stokes having fun in 96, okay? Dashboard 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. All your dashboards now say what I designed in the first place. If we listen very carefully, that means we can build a line of defense, never bring the pain home. And what do we look at? T or W, the report's wrong, became Asperian. It was good, fair, or hell no. If we basically take these 2 cards and these 2 cards, no matter what, in an emergency case past 29%, we can maintain a 750 the rest of our lives. So once again, I want you to get this in your brain and understand. All cards fluctuate, but 2 cards. We want to get you the gold and platinum cards personal right away. What do we get to do? We get to balance our score. We get to maintain a 750 the rest of our lives. So knowing which card to jack and which card not to. Every card has a personality to it. We have to understand their personality. I want you to get through my system and not screw it up ever again. I want you to maintain 750 score. I want you to be a certified CFO. House. In the past, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. Future, it's called buy it to the trust. Putting 2 people on the loan is called stupid. I'm sorry. You create a loan to value for 2 people, there's no reason to. How about married person, sold, and separate property? House should be trust. Car should be yours. Should be a division. Lose house and car right now, what happens? They report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you have double shitty credit. You have an oh shit day. Simple. So if we look at this correctly right now, here's goodies up to basically a $100 million building, Lamborghini, $1 million car, $5 million mansion, and race butts worth $1 million. I obtained these things. Why haven't you? So we're going to take and understand if there's any negotiation of a debt, we will do so. You will do that. All cards will be at 29% rule, but 2 cards. And the next thing we have to do a rapid refresh and a rapid score. These were created 40 years ago, all right, by me with Ken Yarbrough and Harold Stokes, period. Because brokers lie to people saying debt to ratio 40 to 50% for a house. That's never been true. This is called the KISS method. Very simple. So if I get to analyze your credit, that's the ultimate. Let's analyze. Let's do a rapid rescore to block shitty credit. And let's get your score to go up, and away. When the score goes up, all right, what's going to happen is it creates possible green lights. When you see the score in Credit Karma, all right, you're going to click it. It's going to give you a graph. That is your heartbeat to the corporation. So if you're not a client currently, our goal is to do a rapid refresh, put you in classes Friday, Saturday, teach you how to play. 750 scores the goal. We're going to basically charge you $9.99. We're going to give you a 1,000 card back to you. Okay, during the broadcast, I always discount 50%. That means it's $4.99. Ultimately, go and the card becomes $500. That's the goal. Okay. Now, if you take the rules and tools I gave you today, you'd be maintaining a 750 score. So what do we look at today? Now, I want you to take a picture of this page if you're in a credit rebuilding program or if you're not in one yet. See, it makes no sense to me. You're in a credit rebuilding program. You invested $500. We're going to rebuild that credit. We're giving you a $500 bonus card. For an additional $500, we're giving you $5,000. 5 times your money back, $5,000 credit. We're going to put you in level 1 in setup, and if you don't have a corp, we're going to give that to you for free. You'll pay your filing fee. Free. If you invest in $19.99 today, we're going to give you $25,000 of credit. Okay, that's the goal again in level 1 in setup. So for all those who are in credit rebuild, you should upgrade to let us build even more for you and add more history. But again, that's up to you. Specialty classes. Tomorrow morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning, I have my millionaire group. These are people I built over $1 million of credit, some $5 million as well. Up, away, and it also repeats at 4 o'clock live with these people. Those are the workshops you want to get yourself into. These are specialty classes. Tomorrow, we have Dun & Bradstreet. It starts at 8:30 in the morning. That way we can get to people and get supply to cash as well. If you have a corporation, I'd like to build the one you have or give you one for free. You pay your filing fee. Setup in level 1 is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you invest $999 today, you get $5,000 of credit. You invest $24.99, you get $25,000. The goal for me, and since when I was 26, is to do it for free, or if they have skin in the game, give them back their credit times 5 to times 10. There's the goal. So if you can let me analyze you right away, which some of you have been analyzed, we're going to go through it today as well. Adding history. Let's see what we can pop credit right away. That program, to me, is priceless. Again, what do? It's very simple. If you want something like that today, you don't have it already, you would basically Zelle. All right, you take that picture, you transfer, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. From there, you can email, you want to use a card, or you can call 800-254, all right, 9506. I talk to a specialist before they go home. There's so much you have to do, and I'm sorry, but there's no magic wand. I told you there's 1,000 steps. You need to understand you're on the national mailing list. You added yourself to the mailing list. If you call 888-567-8688, you opt out 5 years or a lifetime. Maybe you're a voter like me. They sell that list 412 times a year. Cable Bill Corporation. We need to get off the list to slow down the robocalls and the junk mail, but that's up to you. By the way, the phone number is in front of you once again. It's up to you to call later today. What I'd like to do, if you allow me to, show you exactly how Nixon took the gold standard out, all right, in 71, and I need you to write down Ray's rules now. Write down Ray's rules. These are rules I live by, because that's what I live by in my life. All right, I'm willing to sacrifice a division, write it down, not the corp in my family. So far, most of you have been sacrificing your families and your credit. That shouldn't happen. It's not acceptable. Your goal would be very simple: to have your cake and eat it too, raise rules, become a certified CFO, and never bring the pain home. That should be the ultimate goal. Once again, you didn't pay attention to the form you fill out to get your SS5 or SSN. We created your tax return called the 1040. It's right there in the corner. When you compare it to the SS4, all created by IRS, legal name of entity or individual person, I believe the only form that the IRS ever created for credit banking purposes is an SS4. You watch banks and grocery stores bankrupt locations from one corp, and they get to write off from the other corp. This is a way you can create entity, and you can protect yourself to give you several more chances to try, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. That form says banking and credit purposes right there in your face. Per entity. Per what? Entity. So I don't understand, if I give you bonus credit to the corp or the rebuild your credit, what the hell are you really going to do? I'm sorry, you're going to go back to do the same thing you've been doing, and it's not working for you. I'm going to rebuild you, if you allow me to, up to $750. I'm going to get you a green spark up to $100,000 and the two sisters for $30. So let's understand, $100,000 unlimited, 2 for $30,000. Let's say we obtain 160. Why don't we do it times 9? We can daisy chain it. Is that $1 million now? If we did the Bank of America, I only like 10 cards anyway. The other cards I think suck. From there, B of A times 9. How about we look at Wells Fargo times 9? How about we look at the Inc. times 9? How about the Gold, American Express times 9? So bottom line, rebuild you, corporation, these first 5 cards up to $5 million. Then we position, all right, what I call checkbook money. Now I call it checkbook money because when you get approved for that unsecured line of credit, they put it in your corporate checkbook. That's checkbook money. You must have a 2-year corporation, all right, to be able to do that, period. And add your divisions as well. These are my 5 favorites. This is where I help people all the time get up to $5.4 million of credit. That is called checkbook money. Very simple. So these are buckets of money. Every division corp should be known as a bucket of money. Don't stop yourself. The only thing would stop you is you, by the way. So car, from now on, listen to the rules, write down the procedure. See, you want a car, but you want to buy it through the corporate for you. It should be fleet price, tax ID, all right, division. You don't show this and you never purchase it to you. From there is very simple. It's not a point of the write-off. The write-off is, okay, we can write off company car. What scares me is the bumpity bump, you're the registered owner. The division is registered owner, not you. $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghinis, very simple. Here's the keys, $2 million freaking dollars. They're not mine. They belong to corporations. Reach in the dream, think to be the impossible, which I've done for 46 years. Training millions and millions of people to be a certified CFO, making them millionaires, corporations, and divisions. And that's the ultimate goal for every one of you. But again, we're going to use basically a corporation structure. We're going to understand it more. Because when they sue it, they sue you. And that sucks. So if you don't have a profit corporation or nonprofit from last year, so you can use it this year for the 2 years, I have them in stock. If you'd like one, they're $2,999. All right, so now you have 2 years and we can position you to go get up to 150 if you want a line of credit called checkbook money. Divisions. I invented the division process. Corporate umbrella, my name's not on the division unless I want it to be a division of me. I add tax ID and history. So let's understand, years ago, training Yarborough, TOW, Chemisphere, and all these other things, I set up corporate dashboards for the corporation. I'm allowed to build a corporate credit report under Experian, Trendview, and Equifax instantly to tax ID. Instantly done, ready to go. I add 2,000 of history. I build an umbrella. So here I'm building 4 sets of credit files. So I got 4 chances to try, and I'm sure I'm not going to let it be the corporation. It's going to be the divisions. Each division, I have to add history and all pieces to it to set up the credit reports. They're $4.99 each. 3 for $14.97. Here's 3 divisions for $9.99. Very simple. 9 for $24.99. That is the Good Friday special you could do today if it was done today by Zelle only. If you did basically the 2,000 plus, you're getting a blueprint call with me, with your partner of life, up to 1 hour. We're going to blueprint everything you got, and that would be free. 1 piece at a time. All right, based on your investment today, I'm going to put you in level 1, 2, or 3 based on your invest today for free for 90 days. Again, more classes, you get stuck with me in different levels as well. It is a Zelle for the division process, period. From there, cards are used for other pieces as well. What is the division? The entity under the corporation. We look at the shopping center in Firestone and Imperial Highway. Shakey's, that's a division. 31 flavor division. Donut store division. 31 flavor on the corner, that's a division. If I have a problem in any piece, I get to do what? I get to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Real estate, I get separate liability. Each entity is allowed to build cash, credit, and supply credit. You've been stealing from your family, and that's not acceptable. What am I willing to sacrifice after I build my line of defense? A division. The only thing I'm willing to sacrifice is a division, not the corp and my family. So remember, your name, personal name, corp, division, subsidiary on the S is for corporate umbrella. Car, building, lease, property, money, and daisy chain credit. You have a corp today, the first thing I'd want you to do is inspect yourself. It's the first thing we're going to do over the phone and then a blueprint call. 87% of you have used your home address on your corporation. That was stupid. All right, you told the whole world where you live. No, 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 no. Mailbox, etc., shared office space. Next thing we have to understand is they sue that corp right now, no matter what you do, they're going to sue you. You're the voice of the corporation. I learned that the hard way at 12 and a half years old. They sue that corp, they sue you, that means it sucks. You did not build your line of defense. Banks and grocery stores have a line of defense, but they have billions of dollars they can lose or win no matter what. So now, on your credit file, all right, let's say you have Capital One. I want you to pay attention. All right, Capital One. We don't know if it's a Quicksilver 1, Venture 1. We don't know if it's a Platinum card. We don't know if it's Capital One Walmart. Okay, so our specialist is going to ask you this question. Now, all of you that are being analyzed today, you got an analyzation through the email yesterday. I'm going to go through your file today with you, period. Okay, and what's going to happen on Monday at 8:30 in the morning, we have a meeting till 10 o'clock called Setting the Tone. I'm going to go through these with you today. They're going to reach out to you on Monday. And see, communication is the key. Now, if you want me to be the one who reaches out to you on Monday, you let us know, because I'll go over your case with you personally as well. So here's the thing. Did you ever screw up American Express or Chase? In other words, you didn't pay a bill, you bankrupted, you screwed them up. They don't forgive you ever. The only way to establish a new one is going to be probably a division or a corporation of you. You've got to get around that. So here's, all right, Inc. This is Chase saying you're not using your balances. Too much available. You see, credit cards and credit companies, they want to give you 6 reasons of excuses. If you have 0 balances, it doesn't help you. It hurts you. I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors. All right, Tradeline's a fraud. See, authorized user is one thing, because you have a connection there under the Fair Lending Act, public record. All right, trade line is you bought someone's history, it's not yours, and you're trying to portray all this fraud and tell the creditor it's yours. It's not. It's kind of in the way it's actually fraud, in my opinion. But again, 7 dashboards. What is our ultimate goal? I want to do a rapid rescore to push your scores up like it this person 96 points in 3 days. If I can get credit, they can pop that and can balance their other cards as well. Sometimes we all have to steal from Peter to pay Paul to make Mary happy. We have to juggle, struggle. Rapid rescore, if you do everything you're told to do. We've never had below a 750 on everybody. Okay, it doesn't matter if they got 120 points, 200 points, whatever. I make them go up and away. But again, you have to follow through. Rapid rescore is $499 by itself. Now understand, if you're a client, I actually paid your rapid rescore for you when you first signed up. It's usually $9.99. We discounted to $500 if they did. That means I paid the rapid for you. If you screw it up, I'm not paying for number 2. That's why I always say do not allow, basically jack up cards, do not apply during the program. Now, if you need a rapid, $4.99, there's your Zell today. There you go. Very simple to do. I'm going to give you the truth. And the reality is you have to man up, woman up, and take responsibility if you screw things up. I can rebuild every one of you if you allow me to. But again, the truth is the truth. I can't, sugarcoat it. I don't have a magic wand. My magic wand does not work. And this is where you have to look at credit files. So again, what are we going to look at? If you're in the credit rebuilding program, take a picture of this, upgrade $500 today. We'll increase that bonus card from 500 to 5,000. We'll put you in level 1 in setup as well. We'll even hand you a free corporation. You pay your filing fee. If you invest in $19.99, it'll be $25,000 of credit. So we're going to look at case number. This is case number 4904. Case number 4904. So what is our goal? Now remember I said hit the graft, hit the number, it'll give you the graph. This is a heartbeat. See, the reason I like Credit Karma is it's going to give us this. Aspirian.com is not going to do that for you. Okay, so again, I like you to have both of those. It'll help us help you more. So here's up, here's down, up and down, up and down. All right, we're at 42 points. This is rapid rescore. Let me understand something, I'll let you understand something. Your results come back April 10th. Okay, the moment you signed up, which is right here, 11/21. This is number 4904. Okay, we're going to look at basically the 11th month. All right, it was going to push you up, and you started to drop your score. Why did you drop the score? Because you probably jacked up a card or something. Now Rapid's pushing up and away. What is the goal? You had basically 520. Now you're 42 points, 567. Okay, across the board. All right, 608. Usually at a 649, I can give you a American Express card if you didn't screw them up. Brandy's your specialist. You started at a 631 and a 571, and now you're dropping your scores. Let's see what happened. These are all hitting you. These are collections. These collections, as we go through the process, if they don't charge them off, eventually they're probably going to have to be paid or negotiated. Well, let's give one hell of a shot first. Next, you're jacking up your business card. This is Capital One Business, 4,000. It's probably the gold, all right, card, all right, from basically Capital One, 89%. Listen to what I have to say about Capital One, all of you, please. You log on to your dashboard, Capital One Personal, it says 2 inches down to the right side, I want. You click I want, next page opens. Second to the bottom on the left, it says increase my limits. If you change all your projections every 46 days and try again and again, you're going to find out probably 2 to 3 out of 5 times you're going to increase the limit. Here, this is a person to increase limit or pay it down. They want 25,000 of credit. If they do exactly what I tell them to do, Rapid goes around this. Over here, we look at these other cards. Now, these are terminated accounts, okay? So this is a Wells Fargo authorized user. The authorized user with a zero balance, that's a trade line. 33,000, again, trade line. Okay, it's obvious these are trade lines unless your buddy's got 100,000 he's going to give you, and I don't think that's happening. So this is all going to have to be removed. We'll show you how to do that, make a phone call, and get rid of it. Any problem, American Express or Chase. We look at the collection things, Wells Fargo screwed up. All right, so here's creditors. The goal would be go around this, balance this 29% rule. Any problem, American Express or Chase. Your rapid goes to 410, you have no green lights. Now, your 25,000 is probably a million in the making. If you're serious about this, you do what I tell you to do, we can balance this and get you what you need, if not more. But the ultimate goal is to rebuild program simultaneously. So that's 4904. We'll go through that again on Monday. Your specialist is Brandy. She'll reach out to you usually after 10 o'clock. 4955. You have no Equifax. So my first question, are your credit reports frozen? Did you freeze? Oh, you heard Navy? Please no hurt Navy. I usually can give people $50,000, $100,000 of credit in Navy. Oh, well, thank you for your service, but I don't understand. No inquiries, good. No basic Equifax. Is your credit files frozen? So these are all good balances right now. Here we kind of screwed this up. If there's a way to go back to Navy and fix them, please do. See, here's the problem. This is 4955. If 4955 would have talked to me before they screwed this up, all right, Wells Fargo would have got you 25,000 or 100,000. Navy could have helped you fix all that up to 50,000 plus. But again, we got this balanced. Okay, here's the rapid going up, up, and away. Okay, we have no credit file on the other one. So is it frozen? Again, usually Capital One will show across the board to everybody. But again, I'm going to call these crap cards. If you let me rebuild you between 5 to 10,000 per card personal credit, and then American Express and Chase to balance your score as well. So you want 25,000, Santos your specialist. All right, all we got to do is balance this. You did good here. Go around it, start popping some cards. All right, you're above 649. I might even be able to get you American Express from the corporation, gold or platinum. But again, you know if you had a problem with those at all. We're always going to ask you any problem American Express or Chase. From there, you have one possible positive. It could be basically false positive. It's going up, up, and away. So again, that is 4955. Okay, we need to know what your game plan is based on this as well. I believe in communication is the key to all of this. 5142. All right, Brandon is your specialist. You just want a bonus card. So you signed up to have us rebuild your credit, challenge any negatives out there, no problem. Okay, we're going to do that. And at the end of the program, we're going to get you $500 to reimburse you. I'm the only one on planet Earth that does this. So we have a 577 608. You have a BMW collection. Now, if this is the car, which it probably is, remember the efficiency balance, and they can come give you a 1099-C. Okay, we have to be careful there. So you have lending, kickoff lending, okay, curtain off. So it's 3%, no problem. So we can start popping something, but we want the rapid in place, usually 60 days. Your rapid goes to 726, it just started. So right now you're kind of flatline. You have some, false positives probably. But again, let's let rapid work its case for 30 to 60 days first, and let's go see what we do to get rid of this sucker right here. And that's number 5142. From there we have 5141, no graft. So let's what we have. Okay, Brandy's your specialist. You get $500 card as a bonus. No inquiries. Keep it that way, please. Over here, these are the new inquiries. Oh my goodness, what did you do? You sign up January 24th, and then you start to apply for credit. Maybe you got all these invitations that I triggered when I add history to you, and you started to go poppity pop. I don't know. But you didn't get any of them. So do yourself a favor. Do not apply for credit. Again, you probably crashed your rapid rescore. You got 2 collections. We have to go after those and see what can be done with them as well. No green lights. Your rapid results are good till June 11th. And they didn't beat the graft here. Okay, it should have been there if they just clicked this here. But again, it didn't show up here. So this is simple. 41, 51, 41. Rebuild, you get your card, we'll be done. But I think you should think about not inquiries and these collections. And let's think about building a bunch of credit. This person should be thinking about 25,000. This person here could be a corporate millionaire, probably in about 8 months. Okay, because we got to rebuild this. That's 41 or 5141. 5140. 5140. Once again, no Equifax. The credit report's frozen. We need to figure out what's going on. You have a credit one, and all these other ones, even a one main, you didn't pay your creditors, okay? So here's a rebuilt 500 card back to you. You sign up, all right, March 12th. Brand new specialist, any problem, Express or Chase. Okay, here's that Capital One Business. All right, that means you have the gold Spark card. Very simple. Okay, lucky it's a couple bucks if you pay it down or increase the limit like it gave you. Oh, good, you have Navy. Please don't screw up Navy. I can line you up for $20,000 to $30,000 on Navy personal and even the business as well. Please do not screw up Navy. There's a little here to balance it as well. You can even ask if I kind of set it up right. Adding history, they'll increase that probably 20,000. But again, you're just getting a bonus card. I always ask, I act like everyone's going to get 50,000 of credit, if not more, because I believe they should. We're going to rebuild, go after these things, balance this if you want or not. But if you do, I can build you 50,000 of credit. Any problem, American Express or Chase. No green lights. You're dropping here. Okay, rapid is good. You just got submitted. So right now you're playing kind of push me, pull me. In other words, we're pushing you up. You're dropping by jacking up cards, and you're getting the collections that show up. And then on top of that, you did an inquiry here. That would have dropped your score. Okay, 16 points if not more. So again, what is our game plan here? You did this the same day you signed up, so you probably didn't crash rapid on that one. So we're going to have to check status as well. No green lights currently. That is 5140. 5140. Here we have 5139. 5139. You sign up 2-9. All right, credit you build. All right, you get your bonus card back to you. An inquiry, TJ Maxx. Why bother? Again, what did you do? All right, hopefully you didn't crash the rapid rescore. You have one collection, and you went through a bankruptcy. All right, so let's understand something. Your rapid's going till June 18th. From here, I'm sorry, you don't need authorized user cards. You have enough of your own cards. Authorized user here is not helping you, they're hurting you. Same here, same here. All right, same here, same here. I would say to this person, if you want 25,000 to 50, not just the bonus card. All right, stay in rapid, don't apply for credit. Get rid of authorized users, and let's focus on the cards increasing the limits. First premier, worst card on planet Earth, charge you up to $95 just to use the card when you first got it. We got to get you some real cards here. That would be the ultimate goal. But again, you're just rebuilt. I'm hoping you want 50,000 of credit, but that's up to you. Your number is 5139. Did you ever have a problem, American Express or Chase? We'd like to know that as well. In case you want more, we get you more. So the reality is it doesn't get in our way. 5138. 5138, Brandon's your specialist. We're rebuild. Gonna rebuild you, and from there, all we need is the bonus card. Simple. Okay, you can do that, but the reality is here. Here's a Chase card for $1,000. Chase Freedom or Sapphire, that should be 10,000 plus. Here's PayPal. Again, if we balance this off of these other cards too. Well, all right, you don't need Open Sky. Call Open Sky. Tell them you want your money back and close out the card. Open Sky is what we would suggest to somebody if they don't have any credit or I can't get them a card. It's $200 in the thing and you spend 25 bucks. It's your own money, you get it back anyway. So get your money off Open Sky, you don't need it at all. Okay? The goal is to balance these things, but again, you just rebuild. If all we want to do, rebuild, okay. But I look at everybody getting up to 50,000 of credit. And that would be the ultimate goal here as well, okay? So any problem, American Express or Chase. You have some positives. Could be false positives when you look at it. Rapid just got submitted, and it's starting to push you up already 16 points, and 16 points across the globe. So Rapid here, you were basically in the 500s, 580, and you're going up, up, and away. Okay, so Rapid running its course. You just signed up on the 5th, so let's let it run 30 to 60 days. What's going to happen? Your score is going to go up, up, and away. Getting that bonus card is not going to be hard at all. But again, you should think about 50,000 of credit. Okay, that's what I think you should do, but that's up to you. Here's 5137. 5137, you have all these collections hitting you. So what do we look at? Rebuilt, filing our card. Nathan's your specialist. Nathan went basically with his wife going to someone else as well. He's no longer with our organization. He did a phenomenal job. Okay, from there, our supervisor is basically, all right, Brandy. From there, we also have our floor manager, Santos, as well. A lot of collection garbage here. I always look first of all, American Express or Chase. So here we at First Premier, worst card on planet Earth, in my opinion, but the reality is you have it. Okay, balancing this, Capital One increasing the limit as well. Across the board, you have two Capital Ones. You probably have Platinum and a Quicksilver one. Navy, you have, I can solve your life's problems just by Navy, adding history and pop up on a way if you allow me to. Any problem, American Express or Chase, your Rapid is good till July 22nd. You have no green lights currently. Rapid push you up 15 and 25 here. So that means it's going up and away to create some green lights. It's going around this. From here, all we gotta do is rebuild your credit. All right, maybe have to negotiate a debt or two down the road, and then get you filing a card and we're done. But again, you can get up to the 750 if you want. I say you get 50,000 in credit. So when you delay yourself from getting corporate credit, let's say we rebuild you now, and that's what you want. Then you want us to do corporation. Now we're gonna do 90 days on that. I believe you should do them simultaneously, but it's up to you. So, but again, it's up to you. 5112. This person does not have a credit karma. They should have credit karma. Okay. Again, this is basically, all right, Aspirian.com. So I'd like to have the credit karma set up. If you don't have it, get it also added to for more graph purposes. And we get to see green lights. And here's American Express breaking my heart. It's a collection item. Nathan's your specialist. You want 10,000 of credit. Again, First Premier. All right, Capital One's balancing this a little better. And we can give you that corporate credit card as well. What is your intent? See, a lot of this stuff down the road, I'd get rid of half the stuff. Okay, First Premier, things like this, getting you a card. All right, you have a Capital One for 14,000. Another, all right, Capital One. So that's Venture One, maybe a Quicksilver, maybe Quicksilver One as well. Again, balancing this is how we get more. The goal is 10. Hopefully that's going to go to the corporation as well. That is 5112. Any problem, American Express or Chase, we're going to ask you that question. From there, again, we don't have Credit Karma. I'd set that up as well, all right away. So that was 5112. Once again, if you're in the credit rebuild, another 500 bucks, let's give you 5,000 of credit instead. You want 25,000, 1999. Upgrade your package today. Here's 5136. 5136. Once again, there's no Equifax. Brandy's your specialist. 500 card is a bonus. No inquiries. Please keep it that way. Are your credit reports frozen at all? From there, these are collections. Okay, we had to look at this going around it in the beginning. Capital One, it's only 200 bucks. It's probably secured anyway. You need to bring it down. And then from here, we have this card, and we have Navy. Oh, goody, we have Navy. This person is entitled to 30,000 to 50,000 personally and business-wise on Navy if it's lined up the right way. But it's up to that person. It's up to literally 5136. Here we have American Express and Chase. Any problems ever? From there, you wrap it's good. It just got submitted. You have no green lights. So right now it's going to shoot up and away, only 5 points. It just got submitted. Are your credit reports frozen? Once again, I'm going to ask the question again and again. We might need you to double check that. It's 5136. 5056, 5060, 5066. So 5056. Wow. Credit rebuild, Nathan's your specialist. 637, 707. No inquiries, please keep it that way. Going around these, you got paid, we'll remove it right away. There's two here, there's one here. From here, we might have to negotiate a little dollar or two. Again, Capital One, you have Credit One and Capital One. Okay, Capital One, again, you increase the limit. Go on the dashboard. Credit One, that's you got the Visa and the MasterCard. We have American Express at 10%, good. Love that, that's a blue card. From there, Capital One, 1%. Navy, oh, good. See, you can balance all this off the Navy card and balance it correct, which would be kind of nice. So you probably have 2 blue cards for 25,000. I'm hoping they're not trade lines because this has a balance. This one does not. From there, again, we look at Navy, any problem with Express or Chase. Well, American Express is here. From there, any problem with Chase. So we look at these things. Here's a candidate. You get rebuilt a 500 score. This is a person, if they did everything I wanted them to do, we'd be focusing on literally getting them 100,000 in credit. But it's up to the person. So you're basically signed up on 212. Rapid rescores in this place. It's pushing up, and away, 14 points here. This dropped 9, all right, because here we have some things hitting you again. From there, jacked up, kind of push me, pull me situation. Any problem, American Express or Chase, we need to know. From here, all we have to do is build up, and away, getting 5 a card, no problem. At the end of the program. But again, think about 50,000 to 100,000 of credit. All right, I mean, if you're going to do all that work, why not? So from here, we have basically 50-33. We're playing the up and down show here. This is a no-no. I'm sorry to say, if you have a late payment, it kind of kills your account. If you have to sell something, have a garage sales, drive an Uber or Lyft, please do. Brandy's your specialist. Credit rebuild 500 card. Okay, inquiry. Inquiry was the following month. I'm hoping it didn't crash your rapid rescore. Between the inquiry and the late payment. Again, we need to look at this a little more. Go around this. From here, we can balance this. You can balance this and kind of balance this too. And you only want rebuilt. Pretty simple to do, but I always look at people up to 50, 100,000 of credit. Any problem, American Express or Chase, we need to know. All right, you have no green lights currently. We'll change that as rapid basically pushes up, and away, and you do your part what I asked you to do today. That's 50-33. 50-33. Now we have 50-47. Wow. All right, I'm looking on the charge-offs. Any American Express or Chase, that's what I'm looking for first. All right, merchant credit, merchant credit, merchant credit. So here we have kind of a mess. Our ultimate goal is see what we have. You want 10,000 of credit. You sign up on 213. Brandy's your specialist. Rapid's gonna have to block all this crap here hitting you. Okay, it's not helping you. This right now you're flatlined here. And let's see, well, here we're dropping their score. So authorized users not helping you, please remove them. From there, we can balance. Most of your cards are little crap cards anyway. Balancing them wouldn't be hard to do. Again, we have to learn how to steal from Peter to pay Paul. Maybe we need to get some supply credit turned into cash, pay some of these down as well. Any problem, American Express or Chase? I did not see it on the list over here. They're going to ask you that question as well. Rapid's good till 6:25. No green lights. So what happens is very simple. That is 50-47. Once again, Brandy will reach out to you on Monday, find out what the ultimate goal and the plan is as we push this up, and away, and that's the ultimate goal to do. Okay, from there. Next one, that was that one. This is 51-43. 51-43. Rapid went up 1 point. What are we doing here? Let's blow this up a little bit. You got this little, all right, basically 241 charge off. If they didn't charge it off, can't push it off. I mean, you could probably negotiate 50 bucks on it and get rid of it. All right, the ultimate goal is rebuilt 500 bucks card back to you. Again, credit one can be increased. Go on credit one's dashboard. Look at offer. They're probably offering you increased limit anyway. It's not a big card to reduce the debt. If you balance all this across the board, literally a 25-29% rule, American Express or Chase, any problem with there, I can push you to about 720 if above and build you $500,000 of credit, but let's go after the 25 or 50. That's if you want that. And that's a credit rebuild, $500 bonus card back to you. Currently, rapid rescore is good. You just got submitted. You have no green lights. So we'll get that changed around and push it up, and away. That would basically be, all right, number 51-43. So again, I'm going to remind you, if you're in a credit rebuilding, $500 more, you get a $5,000 card. And you're level 1 in setup. When we give you a free corporation, you pay your filing fee. Here's 51-52. or you have no credit at all. You want rebuilt. Maybe there's some negative stuff on the back end. From there, you sign up in 2.9. All right, we got to look at what needs to be done. So again, some false positives as well. Getting you that card rapid push you up 1 point, no points yet. Let's run rapid for at least 60 days or so. Then we'll pop you a card as we build anything that's in the negatives column as well. From there, you get a bonus card, 500 bucks. Okay, so that was basically 51, 52. And so shrink that back down again. So 51, 52. Here's 50, 26, 727, 733. Not bad. Well, let's understand something here. You want 100,000 credit. Brandon is your specialist. Good. No inquiries. But let's understand. The only thing that's positive here, could be false positives or capital ones. Here we have a 727. What happens, and these are jacked up, it lowers the limit I can obtain for you. This person probably needs to reduce this down. From there, I can get them basically an ink card for 50,000, 30,000 for the corporation if they have one. With 100,000 credit, they should. Then you have basically city card, and then you have basically this other one as well. If we could balance this, I might even be able to pop that 100,000 on 1 or 2 cards, but it'll be up to this person. Because again, you might have a 727. I'm going to look at dashboard, see what I can pop to build it up. You want the biggest large on a card, 1 card, not a bunch of cards, then we basically have to bring those down. The ultimate goal. Rapid gave you some green, you went up and away. Again, we want rapid to place and go up and away too. I might have to pop you a card to bring these down. I might have to say supply credit to get cash credit to bring these down as well. There's always a solution. But again, it's both up to us, me and you, and the work in between. We need to get it done. Ultimate goal. 4671. 4671. All right, you signed up on basically March 25th last year, a year ago. You've had 5 analyzations. Santos, your specialist, you want 125. I pop you a bunch of cards, no problem. 1 for 2,000. Other ones as well. See what we got down here. This Quicksilver never basically showed up. What happened to it? We need to know. And green lights. So here's the Merrick Bank right here for 2,000, 30%. All right, Navy, you got Navy. That's a good position as well. Thank you for your service. Top of that, we can push it up and away. Again, schools first. They'll usually increase those limits anyway. We'll talk about that as well as we push it up and away. But again, don't know if you fell off the, whatever happened and you're coming back to the program or something. All right, this is over a year ago. We'll find that out as well. The ultimate goal is pushing your scores up and away. And we have to look at this as a rapid rescore. So all of a sudden we're jacking up cards. All right, we have basically an inquiry. Any problem, American Express or Chase. Pop you some cards, no green lights. But again, we push you up, flat lines drops and go back here. And here we're going up and away again. So rapid rescore is in place. Says no right now. So let's understand this person should get a rapid rescore. Be in place. They can check with their specialist on Monday. Okay, but they're a year ago. So this person would need a rapid rescore completely. Remember, rapid rescore will push the scores up, create more green lights. Any problem, Express or Chase. And that is 4671. Rapid rescores are 499 today if it was done today. That's what you get to look at as well. 4242, very simple. You have a 518 and a 544. So we're pushing you up, but I like you to go faster. Had to get you some starter cards. So you got the open sky, then I get you the card. Again, the card open sky is 111%. The card I got you is 300 bucks. If I was you, I would pay the open sky down to $90 or whatever, 90%. Then I'd ask them to close it, get out the money. As long as I got a card, you don't need open sky anymore. Here's collections, got to go around them as well. Rapid does that as well. You signed up July last year. You want 25,000 of credit, and your rapid rescore is basically expired, so you're not in one. So this person would need a new rapid rescore. Okay, push you up, away, and then dropped. Our goal is to push you up and away, and keep it going up, and away. So again, balance this one. Get your money back, your own money on the 300 card anyway. And Capital One, put a balance on the card. I got you. All right, January 12th this year, put a balance of 25%. Let's pop the next card up, and away. And let's build 3 cards to you personally, add history, and build some big cards, then the corp and the divisions. That would be the ultimate goal. That is 4242, 4727. You don't have basically Credit Karma. I'd like you to get Credit Karma, please. From here, you have Experian. And it doesn't really give me all the graphs that I'd like. But again, it's up to you. Please get that. It's a million in the making. You're getting 5,000 of bonus credit. And we basically already pushed you up, and away a little bit. Here we have one main. These other in the Mercedes. You bought a car and got some, inquiries. Oh, goody. You signed up May of last year. Okay, $5,000 card you get. From there, these inquiries would have crashed your rapid rescore, and that's last year. Those are complete violations. Again, we're going to talk to Santos, your specialist, on Monday and find out they violated. That's usually a fee. So I have to start over history and rapid rescores. Again, we have basically Discover. All these are jacked up a little bit. Let's see if we can open gaps and spend and balance the scores. That would be the ultimate thing. And you have Navy. That Navy, if it's positioned correctly, it's probably the Visa. You get up to 20,000 in the line of credit to 30,000. That could solve a lot of the problems here. So you quit jacking up things in the first place. Rapids, you don't have a rapid. You'll need one. The ultimate goal basically here, I'd say don't buy a rapid today. You need to talk to your specialist about the violation first. So that's basically that one here, and that's 4727. 4727. Let's go to the next one, 5147. You have no scores at all. You're a rebuild with Brandy. Okay, from here she'll reach out to you, see if we can get you a card. If not, it's going to be an open sky card. $200, spend $25. That's pretty simple to do. And we build it up, and away. And from there, we pop you the 500 card, you get rid of the open sky, and now you got a 700 score. Wouldn't you want more than that? Again, that person should be positioning 50 to 100,000, but it's up to the person. American Express or Chase, need to know if you ever made a mistake on them. No green lights currently, and we have no graph. So again, they forgot the graph on this, or there's no graph because there's no credit. That is 5147. 5147. From here, go back here. 5146. 5146, it's million in the making. Brandon's your specialist, you want 10,000 of credit. You're in the 400s, don't worry, my worst score during the pandemic was a 240. He's now holding an 801. Not easy, a lot of work to be done. So here we got basic collection accounts to go after, go around. But you have basically Federal, Union, all right, Shell, and it's late. Please, late payments kill your score. Okay, we got to build you up, and away. Again, find a way to make sure. Now let's understand, we cannot challenge an open credit card revolving card. If we do, they close the case. So we can't, challenge a late payment or an inquiry. Inquiries can be classified as duplications. Luckily, these aren't big cards and you're part of Navy. See, if you would have talked to me first before you were late there, I could have helped you got 25,000 at Navy and balance your scores even faster. Again, that's up to you as well. From there, your rapid goes good till June 12th. From up, and away. Last points here. Okay, last points here. So rapid rescore would have been finished in the first place. So if you bought another rapid, it'll push it up. But my question to them is, all right, here's the late payment. I need to see some, on times now. We need to communicate on this one. Okay. Again, Brandon's your specialist. And again, anytime they communicate, they always come in and ask me again, and we review them again and again. That is our Monday meeting, setting the tone. 5145, 5145. Ultimate goes simple. Rebuild. Brandy's your specialist. 500 card back to you. 598, 599. One little collection account. Go around it right now. Once again, don't screw these up, please. American Express or Chase. Here's American Express, and must not have a problem. we push it up and away. If we don't ever see a Navy account, you have Navy, which is any military person can sign up for Navy. All right, basically we'd tell you how to do that as well. From there, it's a bonus card, no problem. Okay, balance it, we give you the bonus card, that's it. But I think you should think about one other thing besides that. Why don't we build you 50,000, 100,000 of credit? Your Rapid's good till July 24th. It just got submitted. It's starting to push up and away, which it'll do across the board. From there, as long as you balance your score, or balance these debt here and go around this, and all right, Rapid's in its place, this person can have a 750 basically 90 days or less. Again, you signed up on March 8th. That is my birthday. It's a great day because I was born that day. God gave me life. 4144. We have rebuilt. Amanda's your specialist. No inquiries. Again, you have one collection. You'll go around that. From there, just a rebuild, a 500 card bonus. But if you want to do all this work back and forth, increasing limits, because they're all jacked up right now, why don't we get you a big boy card, a big girl card? 10 or 25,000. We can balance these even better, but it's up to you. Any problem, American Express or Chase will need to know. Okay, ultimate goal, that's what we asked. Rapid is in place till July 23rd. Okay, no problem. American Express or Chase don't have the answer to that. They'll ask you that question on Monday as well. And if we balance these things, again, if we're going to do all this work, why don't we build you 100,000 of credit? That's pretty well up to you. 5144. 5144. Here we have 5034. 5034. Rebuild again. Brandy's your specialist. One evaluation. We got inquiry. There's 4 of them here and 2 over here. After a bankruptcy. So you basically signed up here. Then you violated 4 times. I hope you didn't crash the Rapid rescore. You had a bankruptcy. So we can go around these things as well and balance that score. I felt people get around bankruptcy all the time. Any problem, American Express or Chase? Don't see them on the list of charge offs. So again, charge 7 discharged 5/22, but it says 2014. Okay, why are we showing it here? So maybe they see it in the system. Okay, I can go around all that, and we can build you up and away if you want. You lost 66 points. All right, no change up here. So again, all right, why are we showing this? These inquiries is why your score got dropped. Okay, jacked up and dropped. That's push me, pull me. And the wrapper was good till 6:10. You have no green lights currently. The reality is just drop your score. It might even crash your wrapper rescore as well. So this could be a situation. We got to figure out what's the next step. What are you looking at us to do? To rebuild with 25,000 of credit. Okay, good. I'm glad it's got that. But again, we got to figure out what is the goal plan. All right, for inquiries, what to crash your wrapper rescore. So we got to look at that. That is 5034. Any problem, American Express or Chase, we need to know. 5155. Okay, 5155. Brandy's your specialist. It's a rebuild. From there, you had this collection. I'm going to go around. And if you balance the scores across the board here, we can push you up and away and get you usually cards 10 to 20,000 each versus these little cards here. But you're just a rebuild. If that's all you want from us, we'll rebuild and hand you a card for 500 bucks. If you allow us to rebuild you even more, or you can maintain that 750 the rest of your life. See, this is up and down, and from here up, there's your wrapper rescore working in place. So again, no, even false negatives or positives for credit cards. So that was basically 5155, 4641. Here we have basically rebuilt. No, it's basically made in the making 5,000 card. Brandon's your specialist. You signed up January 6th, and you got 4 inquiries. Why? Always breaks my heart when they screw up the wrapper rescores. Again, they would have messed it up. We have to look at their credit file, see what happened from there as well. And these are getting jacked up. You can probably balance some of this stuff off the top and get rid of some of these pieces. This, I need to know if it's really yours, so you can balance it across the board. This is a person we can get you the 5,000 or balance your debt, because you have some cards that say you balance your debt. And from there, getting to that 5,000, pretty simple. You might want to think about 25,000, 100,000. You've had 6 analyzations so far, and we have 4 inquiries here. and 3 over here. Okay, we got to figure out what is the next thing, because again, you agreed not to apply for credit and you're already doing it. From there, again, if you're in credit rebuilding and you want to invest $500 more, you get $5,000 in credit as a bonus, level 1 in setup, and a free corporation. You pay your filing fee. Wow. The old